Okay, so we'll do it a little quickly because there are 20 verses and we are short of time.
So just English?
No,
Just English?
we can read only English if you
Okay.
want.
We can recite the verse.
Verse, okay. Whatever we say, we'll do that.
No, no problem. You want to recite?
No, we can.
We'll recite together.
Okay.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Together.
Together. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Rudvamulamadakshaha. Vashvatam Prabhupavye. Chandam Siyasya Paraman. Parnani. Yastam Veda Savedade. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upwards and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. Okay, so should we say something?
So
or
Prabhuji,
should-
like, do you want to recite all verses and then you give a summary?
Okay.
Yeah, so that way, like, yeah, it will be fast.
Adhaschurdvam prashishtastasya sakam guna pravriddha vishaya pravalaha adhasya mulani anushantatani karmanubandhini manushyayoke. The branches of this tree extend downwards and upward, nourished by the three modes of material nature. The twigs are the object of the senses. This tree also has roots going down, and these are bound to the fruitive actions of human society. Narupam nasyeha tatopalabhyate
Nanto na chadir na cha sampratishta Ashvatammenam suviruddhamulam Asanga shastrena gradena chitva Tatha padam tat parimargitavyam Yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuya Tameva chadyam purusham prapadye Yata pravritti prasarta purani.
Somebody else can also recite the before I can. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut down a strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Thereafter, one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender unto that Supreme Personality of Godhead from whom everything began, and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial.
Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha Adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama Dvandve vimukta sukha dukha samve Gachanti amuda padam avyayam tad.
Those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from dualities of happiness and distress, and who, unbewildered, know how to surrender unto that Supreme Person, attain to that eternal kingdom. Natat bhasayate satyo
Nashako napavaka Yadgatvana nivartante tatham parmamama.
That supreme abode of mind is not illuminated by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. Mamaivansho jiva loke
Jiva bhuta sanatana manasasani kriyani prakriti sani karshati.
The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind.
Shall we read the translation?
Shall we read that translation? Okay.
Shariram yadapnoti yachapi Utkramanishvara Trihitvaitani samyati vayu gandhani vashya.
The living entity in the material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another as the air carries aromas. Thus he takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another.
Sotram chakshus sparshanam cha rasanam granameva cha adhisthaya manasayam vishaya upashevate.
The living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped above the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects. Utkramantam sthitam vapi gunjanam vagunadvitam vimudhananu pashyanti jnana chakshusha. The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature, but one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this.
यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्ति आत्मने अवस्थितं यतन्तो वै अकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्ति अचेतसा.
The endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly, but those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try.
यदादित्यागतं तेजो जगद्भाष्यते अखिलं यच्चन्द्रमासि यच्चग्नो तत्तेजो विधिमामकम्.
The splendor of the sun which dissipates the darkness of this whole world comes from me, and the splendor of the moon and the splendor of fire are also from me.
गामविश्य च भूतानि धारयामि अहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधि सर्वा सोमभूत्वा रसात्मका.
I enter into each planet and by my energy they stay in orbit. I become the moon and thereby supply the juice of life to all vegetables.
अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रिता प्राणापानसंयुक्ता पाचमि अन्नं चातुर्विधम्. I am the fire of digestion in the bodies of all living entities, and I join with the air of life, outgoing and incoming to digest the 4 kinds of food stuff. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानम् अपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविद् एव चाहम्.
I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas.
द्वाविमो पुरुषो लोके क्षरश्चक्षर एव च क्षर सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते.
There are 2 classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible.
उत्तम पुरुषस्त्व अन्य परमात्मेति उदारता यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य विवर्ते अव्यय ईश्वर.
Besides these 2, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the 3 worlds and is maintaining them.
यस्माक्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमा अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रतिता पुरुषोत्तमा.
Because I am transcendental beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that Supreme Person.
यो मामेवमशमूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं च सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत.
Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata.
इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदम् उक्तं मया नघ
एतद् बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृताकृत्याश्च भारत. This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures, O sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection. Hare Krishna.
So, let's see how much we can recollect from the chapter. We'll pick on somebody. Because nobody will say, so I will ask Archestita there. We read the whole chapter. Anything that you recollect from the chapter that you feel is very, like, you remember or is relevant? Is that good if I ask Julie?
Yeah, ask us. If we don't know, Bharat Prabhu is our library.
Sri Radhika Krishna.
Huh?
What I recall when I'm reading this chapter.
Yeah, we read 20 verses. Anything that you remember something, you can shut off that.
I'm trying to collect myself to the Gita, that's what I'm trying to understand whenever I'm reading this chapter.
We'll ask. Anything that stands out that you thought you remember what you want to share?
Yeah, so the words that I remember, or the translation perhaps, was that Krishna is the fire of digestion, and also the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's seated in everyone's heart, so he's the one that we can connect with.
Nice. Last one. Madan Mohin. Yeah.
I don't know. That the plant is upside down, that means, human beings also abide by his karma.
Human beings. Okay.
One thing I
Thank you.
recall.
That's what I.
Murari, what is Murari? Madhur Murari.
Madhur Murari. Madhur Murari.
Murari. Please share something Madhur from 15.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, anything that stands out for you.
I think I remember only the piece where Bhagwan is saying that, Krishna is saying that this material world, the roots are upward and it's very hard to figure out one will come from where and it will go where. It's that complex. So that's it.
Last message. Maybe Srila Prabhupada. Any questions?
Hare Krishna. So I think in one of the words Lord says, Atyasmiti Jnanam Apahanam. So I think it's from me where you get the remembrance and the forgetfulness.
One thing I want to add.
She wants to say something.
One thing I want to add. This is
Moving the mic around, that's right.
Yeah. One thing I want to add is listening every day the Krishna book, right? So once upon a time, Bharat Prabhu explained us our root is Krishna. We are just branches here. So we are trying to connect our root, not connect to the branches here, right? So that's what I remember. Once he said reading this verse.
Actually, we are in the continuation with Bharat Prabhu. And then reading Mataji.
Through this verse, what I understood, if we have to give all those nutritions to the plant, we need to water the roots, not the leaf and branches. So means if we will serve Supreme Lord, everything will be nourishing and flourish. Like,
Yeah, anybody else? I'm not taking everybody's name, but anybody who wants to serve, they can please.
So what I understand from chapter 15 is like Krishna says of all the Vedas I am to be known, and he also says there are two types of beings, one is fallible and one is infallible. In this material world everybody is fallible and in the spiritual infallible. And Krishna says that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead sitting in everybody's heart. And what I like from this one is Krishna says that one who has no doubt that he is the supreme believer, Krishna says that he surely reaches me.
Yeah,
Can I ask?
Cindy can say something.
Now, I just wonder what it talks about taking a new body,
Yes.
a reincarnation,
Yes.
and it also talked about the three worlds. So what?
The three modes.
The three worlds.
Modes. Modes of
That's okay.
The three modes.
There are three modes also.
Oh, okay.
Three modes. Modes is like,
Oh, okay.
Different-
I thought it said worlds.
okay. In the three worlds, he is to be known, like he's the supreme. He says something.
So it did talk about reincarnation.
Reincarnation,
and new
yes.
body.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
but it's like we always just keep coming back all the time, and is there when we just realize that we're all here and we're all one, and the bodies are just kind of like this couch. It's
Yeah, we keep.
We're animating the bodies.
It's like you appear in an exam until you pass.
Right.
You have keep giving the exam until you pass. So as soon as we develop our love for the Supreme, when we again become in harmony with the Supreme, then we.
So I'm in this body too, right? I mean the real me. Like I'm in this body.
Yes.
Like I'm not this old
you're-
woman. I'm like
You are the occupier of the body.
right. Eternal, invaluable.
Body is like the house, and you are the occupant of the house.
Right. I like that idea. Thank you.
So we can ask.
Prabhuji, you want to say something?
So I like that verse Guruji. In his abode there is no sun, no electricity. Sun and moon is not there.
Correct.
But everyone is getting the.
And never return to this material.
Hope you think it's not very dark there.
No, it's not dark.
There's no electricity, no sun or moon. Is it dark there?
No, there is no darkness. It's illuminating.
We'll hear from Bharat.
That was helpful to me because when you were saying it in Sanskrit, I was trying to follow along. So eventually I'll be able to get some of the words when we're doing kirtan.
Yes. Take the remaining words.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So this chapter, Purushottam Yoga, this answers the basic questions that we have, and the basic questions or essential questions that we all have is, who am I? And who is this God? What is his relation between the God and myself? It also talks about, this chapter summarized that the God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, He's beyond this perishable world, and there is a difference between Thank you, Prabhu. So it is like the Supreme Personality of Godhead is beyond this perishable world and imperishable seed of creation. This chapter also summarized that He's the sustainer, He's the creator, and He's the one at will. He annihilates this physical world. So basically surrendering to Supreme Personality of Godhead, that's the highest pinnacle of the wisdom. This chapter also talks about how we can detach ourselves from this world. Then and only we'll be able to connect ourselves with the devotion to the Lord Krishna. If we are bound, if we have that strong desire to be in this world, even though Krishna says in this particular chapter that I am sitting, as Prabhu said, that I am the Paramatma, I am the super soul residing in everybody's heart. So that Paramatma is watching us, what exactly we desire to be. I may be saying something, I may be acting as if that I want to detach myself from this world. But that desire that I have within myself, that Paramatma is looking at me and says, you really don't want to detach yourself from this world. So to summarize this chapter, what my understanding, I have very little understanding, but the understanding is that the only way that you can get out of this material world is first to know who is the Supreme Lord, and He is the Lord Krishna. And after knowing that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord, how can you connect with Him? You can only connect with Him when you detach yourself from this world. And by doing the process called bhakti, that's a devotion, that's the process. If you cultivate the devotion, then in blink of second, you will be able to achieve that highest pinnacle that we all looking for. Hare Krishna.
Anything that you remember from what we read?
Showing up in my life. It's amazing. Like I crave Jesus my whole life, and Jesus never told me how to show me up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Don't remember
It's a miracle.
specifics, but just whatever I have heard from everyone. Just the fact that doing the right bhakti and surrendering will not come back to this material world. I think that is one takeaway, in my opinion, from this chapter.
I have the same thing. That text 6, the supreme abode of mind is not illuminated by the sun or moon,
nor by the fire or electricity. Those who reach it never returns to this material world.
Okay, so I think everybody's understood the chapter. So anything else we want to discuss?
Upside down tree.
Take questions.
Yeah, so there are a few things that are discussed in this chapter. One is that in the initial verses it is describing how we can go from the material world to the spiritual world. That is first few verses. Then after that it is describing how we are transmigrating. The soul is moving from one body to the next. And then Krishna also talks about how he is the maintainer. Not only at the universal level, but individually also is maintaining us. And at the end he talks about his position as the supreme. And he talks about one who knows this will engage in devotional service and will never come back. So this is kind of the different topics that are discussed in this chapter. So the way to remember, there is an acronym. It's called HOME. HOME, H-O-M-E. Home, H stands for, is this material world our home or is it a hotel?
Hotel.
Huh?
It's a hotel.
It's a hotel.
or going to motel.
A hotel or motel. So this is a hotel, right? So it seems like when you go to a hotel and it's nice, it seems like it's your home, but it's not really your home. So in the same way, when you come in this world, you think this is where I belong to, this is where I am supposed to live. And in the hotel, if you start changing the curtain, you say, oh, this is not nice curtain. I need to put a new curtain. The bed sheet is not nice. Then what will they do? After some few days, they'll say, get out of the hotel. You cannot change anything. And would you want to change? Because you are there temporarily. So this whole banyan tree, is there a picture of banyan tree?
But they also say this material world is like a prison.
Yeah, no, but what it's called Ashwatha. Ashwatha is the banyan tree.
Yeah.
So it is very complex, the banyan tree. So when you see
No, but now I was talking about whether it's a hotel or a prison. Because we are criminals being punished in this material world. We are not here for enjoyment like in a hotel. People go for enjoyment, right? So better analogy for describing the material world.
Yeah. I mean, there are so many analogies. So we are here temporarily. So she is saying that this is like a prison. And in prison, everybody has to struggle. Otherwise, everyone would like to go to prison. If prison was a nice place, then everybody would like to go there, right? But in the 15th chapter, 7th verse, Krishna is saying everybody is struggling. We are all struggling in this world. Life is struggle. Is it not struggle? Now, especially with all the H1Bs and all these people.
All the what?
With Trump around, we get a lot of struggle with all the things he's doing. Trump.
Oh, yeah. You pay attention to it, I guess.
So it affects our lives in so many ways. Of course, we have supporters also here. So everybody is struggling in this world, right? That is in the 15th chapter. So this is a banyan tree. So banyan tree is very complex because there are roots and branches and so many things. It's a huge tree. So this material world is described as very, very complex place. And it is also described that it is a reflection. So the roots are upwards the branches are down. Normally the roots are down and branches are upwards, as Madhu Murari Prabhu was saying. So this is a reflection of the spiritual world. This material world is a reflection. And in reflection, if there is a tree with a mango on the tree, and you see the reflection in the water will also, the reflection will see a mango. But if you try to grab the mango, you will not get the mango, but you will get wet. So similarly, in this material world, it is described we are chasing after
Happiness.
happiness. It is like a mirage in the desert.
Maya.
Maya.
Is that how you pronounce
So
it?
it is a perception that there is some water there when a deer goes into the forest, or not forest, desert. Then he sees Mrigatrishni. So there is water there. And if I run a little bit, I'll get that water. But what happens? When he goes near, that thing moves farther away. So in this world, our life, I mean, not devotees, but I'm saying those who are, everybody is chasing after some material happiness in this world. But when you get there, then something else comes on your mind, right? And then you want that. And when you get there, then you get. So we say there are three possibilities that can happen. You want something, what can happen? You may not.
You may not get it.
You may not get it. If you want something, you may not get it. Sometimes you want something, you may get it. But it doesn't turn out to be as nice as you thought it was, right? And the example is marriage.
Don't discourage her. Don't discourage her.
I'm just saying, no, it may be, or a job. You thought, oh, this was very nice, I got this. You're so excited. But as time goes by, you feel so excited. You feel there's politics going on at work. My colleagues are not so nice, and things like that. But when you got it, you were very excited about it. Oh, I'll get this, I'll get that. So they are like that. We are very happy in the beginning. But then it doesn't live up to our requirements.
So we are in illusion.
So we are discussing all the three possibilities. And the third possibility is you may get it, it's very nice.
It's temporary.
But it will be lost with time. Time will take away everything. Right? So these are all the three possibilities that can happen. So if you examine it, will frustrate you. At the end, it will frustrate you because this is all the you exhausted all the possibilities. So this is a reflection. This material world is a reflection. I always say this in many novels end with they lived happily ever after. So what does that mean? We want to be happy forever. We want to live happily ever after without any problems, without any struggles. So we are Satchit Ananda. Happiness means Ananda. Living means Chit. And forever means Sat. So we are Satchit Ananda. As souls, we are Satchit Ananda. But we are in a temporary body, in a temporary place, in a temporary situation. So it is an incompatible situation. And that's why we are struggling.
They say we are looking for the right thing but in the wrong place.
Right thing. Yes. Everybody is looking for love. But in the wrong place. We all want to be loved, right? And we want to love. That is the desire of every living being. So, can you find real love in this world? Animesh is not found yet. We can. With the Supreme Lord Krishna and his devotees also. There is loving relationship between devotees. So there can be love. But if the love is, what is the definition of love? Love means it is not self-centered. Material love means everybody is thinking what's there in it for me. Like everybody is thinking. In the job they say we love our employees. We love our employees. But if they start going, then you're fired. If they stop making profit or you stop being profitable to them, then they'll fire you. So everything in this world is like, what's there, what is in it for me? So selfless